Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We've got a great video today all about recovery post-marathon, what to do in those first few hours and days to really maximise that process to get you feeling normal and living a normal life again basically. So sit back, relax, let's get stuck into this. Guys, thanks for joining us for another video. My name is Ben Parks, 225 marathoner. I've done a lot of marathons in my time. It's coming up to nearly 100 of them. We're going to split this video up into 8 different sections. So yeah, as always, use your mouse around and have a little search around for what might interest you, or just sit back and take it all in. As always, guys, these are just my personal experiences of what I found has worked best for me. If you've got some things you'd like to add, let us know down in the comments of what really works well for you post-race, and we can share with the community and help each other recover and get back to normal as soon as possible. Right, let's get stuck into the first thing with what to pack in that kit bag. Right, so first things first, this actually starts before the marathon of what to pack in your drop bag so you've got it ready and accessible as soon as the race finishes. So I always like to pack a couple of nutrition items, so a shake, it might be just something that's pre-bought out the shop, or I'll make one, and then also a bar as well to put in there, just a protein recovery bar to get some nutrition in there as soon as possible. On top of that, I'll add in my compression tights, some tracksuit bottoms, a hoodie, and a new fresh top just to keep warm as soon as the race is done. Then also things like a beanie or a bobble hat, a wrap, some gloves, a change of shoes, or some sandals, flip-flops, or thongs if you're down in Australia. And then things like some water and electrolytes as well, and possibly even something like Sudocrem if I'm worried about some chafing that's happened during the race. So I'll pack all this into my drop bag so I can get at it straight away as soon as the race is done. Now just touching on a couple of items there, my compression tights. Yeah, some people are always like, do these do anything? Well, I think they do help a little bit, and it's all I've got that's going to be available as soon as the race is done. So put those on and keep walking around as much as I can. And then also with the sandals and things, I usually go for something like the OOFOS recovery sandals. Again, your feet might have swollen up a little bit, might be a little bit bigger. They might have some chafing on there, maybe a couple of blisters or something like that. Hopefully not if you use some good socks. The sandals just help to keep the feet out and exposed, and yeah, just help with that recovery process a little bit more. So moving on to walking, now it's really important when you cross the line not to just collapse in a heap. Obviously if you have to, you have to, but you'll find that most medical people will try and get you up on your feet and keep you moving, basically because you don't want your heart rate to drop too quickly. You'll be out there running, your heart rate's going to be high, and you want it to bring it down gradually, which walking will do. Walking will also really help just start to flush that lactic acid out of your muscles as well. Keep walking, keep moving, and don't stop and sit around too much. If you have to and you want to get that beer in, at least walk to the pub. So moving on to nutrition and appetite. Now it's most likely your appetite is not going to be that great after a race, but as I said before in the kit bag thing, just get that shake and bar down you. Something is better than nothing. Of course, in an ideal world, we're going to want to have nice, healthy food, some salads, some fruits, some protein, some carbohydrates, and some healthy fats as well. Also, if it's been a particularly hot day, you might like to think about something like having some electrolytes, or failing that, just a bag of some salty crisps and some water as well. But if McDonald's is just what you fancy, that is going to be better than nothing. Just get some calories in there to bring that blood sugar level back up. So eat as healthy as you possibly can, but don't just go for nothing because yeah, you're going to need to get some good food in there to help catch you feeling normal as soon as possible. Right guys, moving on to have a chat about sleep. Now of course sleep is going to be the most important thing for you to be doing in this week after the marathon. But that first night is probably going to be quite hard. You're going to have a lot of adrenaline running around your system, and you might be thinking, I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. But for most people, you really don't, because as I say, you've got too much adrenaline in your system. It's still working its way out. Coupled with that, you might be feeling super stiff, a bit achy. There might be some really sore points on your body. I don't want to alarm anybody. It shouldn't be too bad, but it is going to be quite hard to get a good night's sleep. But don't worry about it. Sort of nights 2, 3 and 4, things are going to start to get back to normal and your body will start to recover. Moving on to have a chat about massage. Now it's really important, I think, to get a massage from a sports therapist on either day 1 or day 3 post-marathon. I like to get that in on day 1 to really kickstart that recovery process and helping get rid of all that built up lactic acid out of my muscles. For me, a person can do this way better than any recovery gadgets. But maybe you don't have access to that, you've traveled around the world. If you've taken your massage gun, that's obviously going to help. For me, I use the Theragun and use the companion app with it, and it actually works surprisingly well. If I've taken my Normatec, then that's normally what I go to first because it's super easy and works really well. But again here, something is better than nothing. If you've just got a foam roller, then use that. In terms of dealing with it straight after the race, a lot of races do offer a massage, but I just find that it's best just to keep walking and keep moving around. You're probably going to get stiff just standing in a queue waiting for your massage. Just quickly guys, if you are finding this video useful, please like and share it with your friends. Let us know down in the comments your best tips and tricks for your recovery post-marathon as well. It'd be great to get your input and help share with the community. Now, in terms of how much time to take off post-race, well, I think most people are going to benefit from taking at least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday off if your race was on a Sunday. So at least 5 days of complete rest. And what I mean by rest, yeah, still walking around, maybe a couple of cycle rides if you've got a bike or you want to go to the gym and just turn the legs over. That can really help to flush out that lactic acid. But yeah, you're going to want to take at least that off, and then maybe by the weekend after, you're going to be ready to go for a nice gentle jog and get back into things. For the second week of your recovery, again, just easy jogging. You don't be doing any sessions or anything here. Just keep that intensity nice and low, zone 1, zone 2 heart rate at an absolute maximum. For the majority of people, it's going to take at least 2 to 3 weeks to get the marathon completely out of their system. So if you are thinking of races and you want to perform again, you really don't want to be scheduling in anything for at least 3 weeks after your marathon. Of course, people can go out and run there sooner, but you're just not going to perform that well during them. So just bear that in mind. So moving on to talk about the post-marathon blues. This is a very real thing where you've trained for something for your whole, like the past sort of 20 odd weeks. Now you've got this big gap in your life. And us runners really like to have that structure, and now it's gone. So yeah, really recommend is trying to fulfill your life with something else. Now for me, I really like to really concentrate on my cooking and cook myself some really sort of healthy food. And yeah, just invest in maybe some new hobbies, catch up with some friends and things like that. What I say, the day after and the day after that, don't go out and just enter another race. But I am going to put some directories down below where I find some races, and give yourself a bit of a time, reflect on it, have a think about it, and then maybe it's time to look for your next challenge. But if you are feeling a little bit down, a little bit glum after your race, it is completely normal, and most people do go through this. So don't feel too bad about it. Entering a new race and things like that can really help perk you up, and as well, as I said, catching up with some friends and family and seeing what everybody else has been doing. So that's it guys, thank you very much for following along with another video. Hope you found that useful and got some really good tips and tricks to help with your recovery. As I said at the start, let us know down below your favourite things to help you with your recovery, and we can share in the community and help lots of other people out. Thank you very much to the YouTube supporters here and the Patreon legends as well. for helping keep this channel alive and happening. We couldn't do it without you. Please check out the website for all the latest shirts, tees, hats, buffs, wraps, and everything we've got there to help with not just your training, but also your recovery as well. We're off to get some more training in, and we'll see you very soon at the London Marathon. Keep getting it done out there. We'll see you in the next one.